Folks, what's up? Welcome to the Scotty P Show. Coming at y'all from sunny CN, California, 2788 Studios.
Yes, sir.
In the executive suite.
All up in it.
They ain't relegate me to the west side corner because I got UNC Philly D with his West Coast family. White boy drinking brown liquor Tennessee. White boy drinking brown liquor Hennessy. He's right next to me. They call him Whole Saw for a reason. He once painted a bathroom with nothing but a box of wine and a whole saw. How's it going, big dog?
I feel fantastic.
That was
one hell of an intro, dog.
I try.
Yes.
So you ready to talk a little football?
No foosball.
We got to announce a little something first, and that's them records. Oh, man. You were in front by one game last week. I was in the back.
Where he is now. Oh.
You went 1-2. I went 2-1. Now we're both sitting at 6-7.
Oh, yeah.
That's 4 weeks in, and we are sitting below 500, dog. We're shooting bad. But we ain't shooting worse than one dude. You know what his name is? Mr. Dose. Kai. Oh, and you know why? Because he didn't send in his picks last week. Ooh. And this ain't no percentage win at the end of the year. It's how many wins you racked up. Mm-hmm. You know? So he went behind a few.
Right.
Dose, you got to pick your slack up, man. Come on, get in the program, dog. Mm. But this one's about them screams. And I am tied back for the lead. That's why my name's first on there and you second, even though we tied up. Because I am the current scream champion. So until I got that title taken, I sit on top when we got them tie records. Now, is you ready to talk some football?
After all that, damn right, dog. I am ready to go.
Well, let's go. Woozy white boy, bring us on in.
You dig?
What it do? This is Alabama's own Woozy White Boy, and y'all tuned in to the Scotty P Show.
You dig? Now, folks, y'all might be wondering why we got all this baseball stuff up here. Why I got this Atlanta Braves championship shirt on. Why I got this Atlanta Braves hat on. Why you rocking that ill Philadelphia Phillies t-shirt. That shirt's dope, by the way. I seen it somewhere before.
Hell yeah.
Wonder why we got this Dodgers hat. Why we got this Father's hat. Why we got these Phillies hat. Well, that's because it's the MLB postseason. I said because. The MLB postseason. And if it's the MLB postseason and everybody from the Scotty P Show's teams made it, that's what we're going to do. We got them Dodgers with YB and the Cricket Man. We got the Padres with Victoria in this whole damn city. Philadelphia Phillies, you. Atlanta Braves, me. We also got them Detroit Tigers for the Demodius Detroit Tigers. We also got them Milwaukee Native Touches for Ricky Dickey. Man, we even got them Guardians for Mike Hill and Clausen. Oh. We even had the Houston Asterisk, which I got that shirt, but they don't deserve to go up there because they some cheaters.
Pumpkin eaters.
Pumpkin-eating son of bastards.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't talking baseball. We talking football this time. Every time. But we ain't doing the traditional picks this week, folks. We got a little bit of a time crunch. We got shit to do. We got to make this video. We got to send it to Eddie. Might be going to see Rakim in concert tomorrow. Got the gym work and going to see That One Mailman. That One Mailman. We're going to see you in San Diego tomorrow night at the Comedy Club. Can't wait. Baltimore or Cincinnati is where we're going first.
All right.
Almost wouldn't do this game because Cincinnati was 0-3. But after pulling their head out of their ass last week, they finally got up to 1-3. Baltimore beating the shit out of Buffalo. Got the head out of their ass after they whooped the hell out of the Cowboys till they let them come back. Philly Phil. What you got on this quick pick, S.A.?
I mean, them Ravens started slow, dog. But they seem to have picked it up, man. They got all up in them Buffalo guts, them Buffalo Misties. You know what I mean? Like, I was a good-ass game, dog. They looked great. They were at home. And they're kicking ass in the run department. They're leading the NFL. 45.5 yards per game between them and the next closest rushing team. They're just, oof. I mean, Joe Burrows, they finally picked up a dub against them Panthers. You know what I mean? They beat up on the Panthers. Whatever. So they haven't beat anybody. They've lost. They lost again against Vicks. I mean, that's for a different story. But anyway. Bengals don't look right this year. I think the Ravens got hot just in time. They started slow, like I said, but come on, dog. Even though it's in Cincinnati, I'm going with the Ravens. Come, motherfuckers.
You sure do talk a lot, man.
That was a few sentences. Glasgow Mouth. How much is the few?
This is the AFC North rivalry. Two of the best quarterbacks in the league see each other twice a year, with Baltimore winning both last year. In the second game, that's when Joe Burrow got knocked out for the year.
All right.
Baltimore finally has Henry looking like the way they wanted to this whole year. First 2 games, not so much. Last 2 games, a lot.
Big dude.
Both teams were rolling. Both teams were rolling. Even though, as you said, Cincinnati just beat Carolina. But that's after Andy Dalton had a hell of a week and the Panthers put up 36 points, 38 points, something like that. But I think the Baltimore run game is going to be even better than it has the past 2 weeks. Cincinnati's at home, and Burrow is due for a huge game. It's time to turn them Cincinnati Bengals around like he does every year. But I think Derrick Henry has an even bigger game.
Ooh.
Derrick Henry, roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Give me them Baltimore Ravens. Second game, we got them 2-2 New Orleans Saints in Arrowhead against them Kansas City Chiefs. I wouldn't have picked this game because after New Orleans dominated Dallas and Carolina, they lost to Philly, they lost to Atlanta. And Kansas City has lost everyone but their big 3. Travis Kelce,
Yeah.
Andy Reid, and who's your quarterback, bitch? But with them 3, UNC, Philly, D, did the Chiefs have enough to win this game?
The loss of Rashee Rice was big, man. That's a huge loss. I mean, being down your star receiver is fucking huge. Phil pause. Anyway, I'm just worried about the Kansas City Chiefs red zone offense. Your boy Travis Kelce, Jen's boy. What's up, Jen?
What's up?
Hasn't looked the same. He's no longer the threat he used to be. I don't know if that's age. I don't know, being all of them Swifties. I don't know what's going on with that situation. But the Taints, on the flip side, have the NFL's #1 red zone defense. So it's an aging, maybe a little slower, missing a key player. I don't know. But still, it's going to be an Arrowhead. The Taints haven't looked as good. They started out hot, but they kind of leveled off a little bit. I'm going with them Chiefs.
KC seems to play some incredible football when their backs are at their wall. Their best football, if you will, when somebody's doubting them. Right now, they're down to that big 3. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. No Hollywood Brown. No Isaiah Frank Pacheco. They lost their #1 target, Rashee Rice, last week.
Yeah.
So you know, with Kelce being in there, and that's their #1 player, one of the greatest tight ends of all time, that they are going to draw up some plays for him. You know Andy Reid's going to be in the bag drawing up some plays for him. Man, that New Orleans defense is going to be ready for that. So what's going to happen since they're double-teaming him?
Ooh.
Who's going to be open? That pick out of Texas, their first rounder out of Texas. Look for Xavier Worthy to step out and have the stand-up, stand-out game, the speedster, the #1 40 time of ever in the NFL Combine. You know what it is. Give me them Chiefs. Game numero 3. Tampa Bay Bucks at the Atlanta Falcons. 3-1 Tampa Bay Bucks at the 2-2 Atlanta Falcons. Now, Atlanta's 2 losses are to a 3-1 Pittsburgh team and to a 4-0 back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs team. Tampa Bay beat the Lions, beat the hell out of the Eagles.
Who?
The only team to beat them. What the fuck is a commander? Winner of this game takes lead of the division, UNC. Whole saw.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Who you got?
Like I said, this is for the division.
That's what I said.
That's what I said too, bro.
You haven't spoke on
No,
the game yet.
Baker Mayfield's looked
Back
pretty
to you.
good.
Yep.
He did work against some team I don't want to talk about. Did some bad things to somebody. Fucking birds. Anywho, Kirk Cousins has looked really good this year, but he seems more of a game manager. The team doesn't seem real fast. You know what I mean? They're more methodical and plotting. You know what I mean? They're just not really. I mean, they did drive 70 yards against another squad late in the game. I'm not going to talk about that either. But anywho, I do believe these teams are going to split the series, but I think the Bucks are the hotter team. Let's go Bucks.
Go the Bucks. Baker was the #1 pick in that 2018 draft. We had the 11th pick that year. Baker wasn't supposed to go first. He was supposed to fall a little bit, man. And I was thinking, damn, we go fuck around and get Baker Mayfield. I really like that dude at Oklahoma. He is fun to watch. He's got drive to play football and just has competition in his blood.
Yep.
Love that about him. Hoping he was fall. Cleveland traded up a few picks, got him. We ended up picking 11th, still picked 11th. We got Minka Fitzpatrick, who's an incredible player, will be a Hall of Fame one day, and also he went to Alabama, Roll Tide. Baker Mayfield didn't do well in Cleveland. He did absolutely horrible in Carolina.
Ooh, yeah.
Who doesn't do horrible in Carolina? He said some things involving Brady this week. Did you hear that shit?
No.
When he was like, man, I'm restoring the Tampa Bay Bucks locker room back to a fun place, because when they were back here with Tom Brady, the guys weren't having fun.
Avocado
Tom
ice cream
Brady
and
responded
shit.
after he heard about that, and he said, I thought not winning Super Bowls was pretty not fun.
Wow.
So he shot back at him. So I look at Baker to get back at Tom Brady by his play on the field. He's an emotional player if I ever seen one. When he was at Oklahoma, he took the flag and planted it right in the middle of that. Ooh. I'm going with Jen's favorite player. One of my favorite players, but that's her favorite player, even though over, who's your quarterback, bitch. Man, give me Baker Mayfield and them Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, Phil. I got a couple maybes that I had on the chart that we were going to talk about. But I figured we were only picking a handful of games, and since we had this time crunch that we ain't abiding by, I figured we'd ask anyway. You want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, who in 3-1 against them Dallas Cowcooters?
No.
Ooh, what about the Miami Dolphins?
Oh, hell no. Not the Dolphins.
No Miami Dolphins?
No Miami Dolphins.
Praise
him.
Praise. No talking about the Dolphins. Praise be.
Praise, no fins.
Praise to the Cramster.
Praise Cram. Praise him.
Game numero cuatro. Usually, game 4 has been game of the week.
Right.
But this year, it's a different format. This week, it's a different format, and we got Cinco games, so we're saving that game for number 5. You see the little wave?
I like it.
The New York Jets against the Minnesota Vikings. The only reasons we're talking about this game is because them Sam Darnold-led Minnesota Vikings are 4-0, and New York Jets have high expectations, and they also have my favorite quarterback of all time. Is that favorite quarterback of all time going to lead up to them high expectations, Holsall?
Man, I can't believe them scrotums are 4-0, dog. 4-0. And that defense, man, that big D, Brian Flores has got them boys looking nice. Don't forget about Justin Jefferson. He is tied for the league lead in touchdown receptions. So he's looking bad. I mean, the Jets, they don't appear focused, even with Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? They lead. I mean, I don't know about leading the league, but I could still have to hear back from my sources at Google about the amount of penalties they have. But, yeah, it hasn't looked good. They don't. I don't know about coaching, players making mistakes. I don't know what the hell's going on. But Jets aren't ready this week, man. Them Vikings are going to keep on rolling. Go Vikings.
I'm about to win some more points on this shit right here, just like I did on Minnesota last week.
Scrotum.
So Minnesota had been letting up 10 points per game in their first 3. Last week they let up 29 to Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers' old team.
Oh, native touches.
Now they playing Aaron Rodgers' new team. My boy gets us one step closer to popping champagne from Israel, because the Miami Dolphins from 1972 will be the only undefeated team once again. Aaron Rodgers upset these Minnesota Vikings, beat your old division rival. Give me them Jets, baby. Last game of the week, folks. We got them Buffalo Misties and them Houston Texans.
Oh.
Houston's beat Indy, Chicago, and Jacksonville. Nothing impressive. And when they played a good team, the Minnesota Vikings, they lost 34-7. Buffalo beat Arizona, Miami, and Jacksonville. Another 3 teams that are ass. Not impressive. And then they played a good team in the Baltimore Ravens, and they lost 35-10. Uncle Phil, which one of these teams steps up and finally makes a statement?
Man, like I said, the Misties got work last week. Josh Allen does not appear to be in MVP form. I mean, they look good at first, but, man, they got work. Last week he only completed 55.2% of his passes. And this week they're going against a D that has allowed the fifth fewest yards in the league with the Houston Texans. And don't forget about your boy C.J. Stroud and my fantasy boy, Nico Collins,
Michigan.
looking nice. I'm telling you, man. Let me think. Bills coming back. Texans keep roll. I'm going with them Texas dogs.
Yay!
Yeah.
We might be similar on this one, dog.
Looking at my notes.
My heart and only my heart is picking this game right here.
All right.
I got hatred in my heart for the Buffalo Bills. Hatred for the New York Jets. Hatred for... I got love for C.J. Stroud on the Houston Texans side.
All right.
I got love for their head coach, DeMeco Ryans. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I got love for the head of their defense, Will Anderson. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I got love for the Texans because my homie Tyrus, who I went and stayed with, his girlfriend's son, his fiance's son plays for the Houston Texans. They got engaged while we were down there this weekend, man. Oh, we was kicking it with Tyrus, kicking it with Sherry, kicking it with my new homie Brenda, kicking it with Troy, kicking it with Gil, kicking it with my boy Matt DeModi, man. So I got love for all them motherfuckers right there. Buffalo gave up 270 on the ground against Baltimore Ravens. Houston Texans don't have Derrick Henry.
No.
Houston Texans might not even have Joe Mixon this week because he is day-to-day,
Yeah, what that?
according to DeMeco Ryans' Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
But as I said, they got C.J. Stroud
Yep.
from Ohio State, OH. I don't know about all that. They got Nico Collins from Michigan. Hail to the victors. Got a couple Alabama boys out there. That is a mixture of a whole bunch of champions right there, dog. I'm rolling with you. I'm rolling with Houston. I was happy to see their Astros get their ass kicked by the Detroit Tigers today and got on out of there with them Houston's Asterisks. But this week I'm going with Scarface and them. Give me them Houston Texans, baby. Now, Woozy White Boy, time's ticking. Play that funky music.
You did.